Sir,
Everybody got it?
sir, one doubt.
Yes, yes.
Sir, in this it is a regular shape, so we got the centers of the sides of the rectangle. But if it is an irregular shape, then how we'll join?
Okay, so I will just show you for irregular one. Irregular, I will draw another figure. So for the irregular shape, we will see again. So I will just draw the irregular shape. Suppose this is irregular shape. In this there are rain gauge stations. Suppose this is A, another rain gauge stations at point B, another is suppose C, and there is D. Okay, there are the 4 rain gauge stations. You can put 5, 6, 7, doesn't matter. I'm just giving the example. So in this here, how can we connect these rain gauge stations? From, okay, first you tell me how many rain gauge stations I should put. Whatever the count you would tell me, I will tell that much. I will take that much. 4 is enough, or could I increase?
Enough, sir.
Yeah. So what you are supposed to do is in the first stage you should connect A to D, then B to C, then suppose D to C, and A to B. Okay. And I just want the triangle, so I can connect A to C, then also I will get the triangle, or I can connect B to D. So you tell me what should I connect. You have both the options. Anyone you can choose, any option. A to C or B to D. What should I connect?
A to C.
A to
C.
A to loudly.
A to C.
A to C.
A to C, yeah. So I will connect A to C. Yeah? Okay. Now, as I told you that we should take the perpendicular bisector. Okay. So for this line, I am just taking with the judgment. Okay. So what I am doing, you can observe over here. So this perpendicular bisector I am extending, and it will reach up to the boundary. Okay. So this bisector will reach up to the boundary. This also will reach to the boundary. Okay. Now, as this is a perpendicular bisector, so it will come. It will meet. It will come meet here. So it may not meet here. So let it go like this. Okay. The thing is that I can connect to this line, or I can connect to this line. Can you tell me for which line we should connect? This dotted line, I should extend up to this dotted line, or I should extend up to this line only? So basically, you should extend up to dotted line. Are you getting my point? So this dotted line should meet each other. Okay. So is there any doubt here? So now you can see the polygon. I will just dark it. See, this come here like this. Sorry, actually I haven't practiced that much on this drawing part of this particular board, but you can understand. Okay, got it. So this is the polygon of A. In the same way, this is the polygon of B. Okay.
Yes.
Got it? Everybody got it? Is there any doubt now?
No, sir.
Yeah.
No
So
doubt.
in this way, basically.
No, sir.
Yeah. So good. So in this way, basically, we should generate the polygons for the system polygon method. So actually, when the graph paper is there, so it is even more easy for you to draw the things in a better way. Okay. So just for the practice, actually, I have shown you how can we generate the what polygons for respective rain gauge station by using Thyssen polygon method. So now in the next session, what we will discuss in today's session only, but that in the next session we'll discuss about we'll solve one problem actually that was asked in the GATE 2017. Okay, so that we will discuss. Okay, so what I will do, I will just generate this much of the part only. So, and meanwhile it will get downloaded. I will just open that question paper. That was the question was asked in the GATE 2017, and that was on the Thyssen polygon method only. So now you will have a more confidence that how can we solve. Before that, actually, we'll solve a simple problem for the irregular shape, so that you will have the confidence that how can we solve it easily.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so you can see this particular problem. This is from the GATE 2017. The marks are 2. The 2 marks are also very important. If you just get at 28 marks, you will clear the GATE exam. Okay, so that's why the 2 marks are also very important. So the catchment is idealized as a 25 kilometer by 25 kilometer square. This is a square, and it has a 5 rain gauge station, one at each corner and one at the center as shown in the figure. So during a month, the precipitation at these gauges is measured as G1, G2, G3, G4. For all the rain gauge stations, they have given the rainfall including G5. The average precipitation in mm up to 1 decimal place over the catchment during this month by using the Thyssen polygon method. So we are supposed to find out what is the average precipitation by using Thyssen polygon. So can you just give me the hint? What should I do, and then we'll solve.
Connect all the
Yeah.
the rainfall stations.
Okay, so you can note down
And
the
then
readings.
the
You can note
perpendicular
down.
bias.
Yes, yes. You can note down readings in your notebook. What is G1? How much is the G1, G2, G3, G4, G5? So that you will be able to tell me how much is the area. Note down 25 by 25. So note down fastly. How much is the G1? G1 is 300. G2 285. Then 275, 272, 290, and 288. So I will just draw the square here. Okay, so yes, so yeah, so I will. Have you noted all the values of the G1, G2?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I will just draw a square. Okay, so you can assume that this is a square, suppose, or I can just make it larger one. So yeah, so is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so this is G1. I need to select the pencil first. I have selected another eraser, this square. Yeah, so this is G1, this is G2, this is G3, this is G4, and G5 is exactly at the center. So this is G5. Okay, so tell me, what should I do? Okay, join all the lines and form the triangles. So this is first line, this is second line, this is third line. Keep in mind that this is a square. Okay, and now the next step, perpendicular bisector, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so from this point, okay, so at 4 line I'll do the first, then here also I should do. So here also I will do. Then in the same way, actually you should draw with the help of the scale actually, because as I'm drawing like this na, so it is, we are not getting the exactly, so it may lead us in the wrong drawing. Okay, so this is the square, so you can imagine what will happen, as this is entire is the square. So when a perpendicular bisector, when we will take, definitely it will get connected up to here. Are you getting my point? So it will meet here. Okay, so you can try also, you can use the scale and you can try, so that you will be able to understand. So I'm just drawing this. Okay, second is, again there is another connection. I will just connect. When you will use the scale, then you will have a more clear idea. Okay, and so this is our polygon. So for the G1, you can see this particular triangle is there. So I will mention the name as well. Suppose A, B, C, and D. Okay. Now, as you know, the formula is summation of P1A1. Summation of P into all the areas divided by entire area. Okay. So summation of PA divided by entire area. So how can I find out G1? For G1, how much is the area? Can you tell me? Because we need to find out the area for.
300. For G1
Yes.
it is 300.
How you got 300?
It's given, right?
No.
It's given in the question.
No. It is, you are telling me G1 rainfall you are giving me. I want area.
Okay.
I want the area of triangle G1DA. Okay. So this area is nothing but the area of the rain gauge station G1.
So 78.125.
Okay, how you got?
Approx. Like the GD distance is 12.5 because the square is 25 into 25. So the one
Well,
side is 25. So half of it is 12.5. So half into 12.5 into 12.5. Area of triangle.
area of triangle is
78.125 GDA.
yes. Whatever the logic she has told, definitely it is correct. So as you know, this is the 90 degree, na? Okay, and G1 to D, how much it is? You told?
12.5.
Yeah, 12.5, because G1 to G4 is 25.
25.
Okay, so in this way, here also it is 12.5. Okay, after that, what you have done?
Half base into height.
Yeah, half base into height. So so is equal to, I will write here, half base is how much? 12.5, and height is also 12.5. So what is the answer you got? Exactly
78.125.
78.125. Very good. Okay, so for triangle and for the for the rain gauge station G1, we got the area equal to 78.125. So area of, I will write here, area of G1. Okay, so area of G1 we have. So what is the area of G2? Area of G2 is equal to how much? Same, na? It is same. Okay, so there is no difference. 78 point.
Sir, it's a
Yes.
square, so same ही होगा.
Yes. Somebody was having doubt. Yes, you can ask. अभी किसी को डाउट था ना? Yes, somebody was having doubt. Nobody having any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, then yeah, we'll proceed then. Okay, so in the same way, for G3 also and G4 also, the area would be 78.125, correct? So can you tell me how much is the area for, so I will just write here for area of area of square ADCB. How much it is? For ADCB, how much it is? Can you tell me? Or can you tell me the logic so that we can find out?
312.125.
How much?
312.5.
So how you got?
So 6. No.
Add them.
Yes.
So 156.25.
156.25. But you can tell me the logic actually, how you are getting these values, how you are getting
So I
these
got it
values.
as 312.5.
Yeah, but how you got that 312.5?
So by
So
addition of
ABCD is sorry.
Huh?
a square. It's a square, so by adding all the 4 areas, we can get the value of that.
Okay. So basically, see, there is one more logic as simply area of this square ADCB is equal to. You can find out in 2-3 different ways. But one way is entire area. You know how much it is entire area?
25.
25
by 25.
625
625.
minus into bracket 4 into
78.1.
78.5
125.
is equal to how much it is?
312.5.
312.5. Okay, so now you got the area for all the Rengate stations. Okay, G1, G2, G3, G4 and G5 as well. Okay, so for the G5 it is, so I will just write area of G5.
Sir, it is the total of 4 into 78.125. 312 is 625 minus 3125 will be 78.125.
Can you just tell me 4 into 78.125 how much it is?
So it is. So 1 minute.
I will just go step
So
by step.
312.5 is the
Yeah.
area.
Is the area na? So I will just go step by step. Just a minute. So
It's exactly the half.
625 minus 4 into 78.125.
312.5.
312.5.
312.5.
312.5.
Now the answer is also 312.5.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So so in this way, basically, we should find out what is the unit. The unit is most important thing.
Kilometer square.
Kilometer square. Yeah. So now you can apply the formula. Applying the formula is very simple, na? So just a summation of P1 A1 plus P2 A2 जो भी है आपका, and then simply divided by total area. So we know the total area. We also know the G1 G2, that is P1 P2, and we also know the all the areas. So in this way basically we can solve. Okay, and what is the answer? Final answer, tell me.
287.375.
287.